So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my... Watch out.
Donald Trump is always playing the victim. I will be your next president, whether they like it or not. Yes, he's the victim, but you can already see he will use this for his political gain. He's given a lot of decent appearances lately. I mean, I'm excited at the idea of beating Donald Trump. Republicans are ready. Maybe the person had a mental illness and shouldn't have had access to a gun.
An assassination attempt is contrary to everything we stand for as a nation. It's not.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my...
Okay, let's shoot down. Let's shoot.
Watch out.
Shots were just fired at a Donald Trump rally in Pennsylvania. The story is still breaking, but a bullet appears to have grazed Donald Trump's ear. We see Secret Service agents there with former President Donald Trump. I have another angle to show you, but remember, egging on political violence in any form is not acceptable. Even if we disagree with Donald Trump, even if we think that he is a threat to our country, political violence is never the answer. We don't know exactly what's happened. We don't know exactly how many shots were fired yet, but watch what happened. Incredibly intense stuff. If you look at this screenshot right here, you can see blood on Donald Trump's ear and a little bit on his cheek. It does look like he was grazed by a bullet. Secret Service then continued to usher him off stage. We are Americans, you don't shoot your opponent, and I absolutely agree with that tweet. We live in a democracy where murdering your political opponents should not be accepted. Donald Trump is always playing the victim, but in this case, he was the victim of a shooting, and we need to acknowledge that. I just want to reiterate, if we want to stay logically consistent, we should condemn political violence no matter who does it. I get that we dislike Donald Trump. I will be your next president, whether they like it or not. Yes, he's the victim, but you can already see he will use this for his political gain. My worry is in this critical time when Joe Biden is already down in the polls, he's already struggling in the swing states. He's given a lot of decent appearances lately, but the decent appearances haven't quite been enough to capture the threat that is Donald Trump. So, in a time when the Democrats don't have a candidate that is quite exciting, I'm excited at the idea of beating Donald Trump. I'm worried that this assassination attempt will start to excite those people. Of course, everybody on Twitter is already freaking out about a civil war. Some people think this was a shot that was heard around the world, and everything's going to escalate from here. Republicans are ready. The Republican spin machine is ready to spin it out of control and make it seem like a win for America in some way. Maybe common sense gun laws would have vetted the person who tried to assassinate President Trump. Maybe it would have been a red flag. Maybe the person had a mental illness and shouldn't have had access to a gun. I'm going to assume that that is the case because they tried to assassinate a former president. To conclude, remember political violence has no place in our society and will never be tolerated.
There is no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter. An assassination attempt is contrary to everything we stand for as a nation. Everything. It's not who we are as a nation. It's not America.